Here's a mistake you might be making when using AI. Chances are if you're getting hallucinations or just weird results from your AI, this is going to be the reason. And it's a slightly more advanced topic, so just bear with me for a moment. Every single large language model, like ChatGPT, has something called a context window. Every single language model has a different context window. As a simplification, it's easier to think of context window as the memory that the AI has. Basically, how many words can it accept as an input and give to you as an output? Anything that falls outside of this memory, ChatGPT will start to forget. And when it starts to forget, it starts to make things up in order to fill in the gaps. This is when you start to see hallucinations. So you may have given it information earlier on in the chat, and then suddenly ChatGPT seems to have either forgotten that you've told it that, or just be making something up that is kind of similar but not really right. That's a context window issue. And it's especially the case with ChatGPT because the context window is really small. It's about 8,000 tokens, which works out at roughly 6,000 words. So let's say you've uploaded a PDF into ChatGPT that has 4,000 or 5,000 words in it, and then you've given some instructions, got some results back from ChatGPT. By the time you've worked with the model for a little while, it's going to start forgetting what's in that PDF. And instead of telling you that it's forgotten, it's just going to make things up. And this leads to a lot of problems if you've been using the same chat for a decent amount of time. The stuff at the beginning of the chat will be forgotten. Or if you're uploading files that have a lot of text in them, ChatGPT just won't be able to parse it and give you the information back. But because ChatGPT doesn't say anything, we just kind of assume that it knows all of this information, and we are surprised when it comes out with gibberish. So there's a couple of things we can do here. We can use a model that has a larger context window. Claude, for example, has a much larger window than ChatGPT. We can also directly ask ChatGPT about its context window. You can see here I'm saying, hey, what is your context window? And it's saying 8,000 tokens. I've then asked, okay, how many words is that roughly? And it's saying 6,000 words-ish. And as you go through the chat, you can actually say, okay, what is in your context window right now? What are you remembering? What's in your memory store? So here, literally, it has a little transcript of the things that we've been talking about. User asked about my context window. I responded this. He asked this. You can actually get a glimpse into the memory of the chat that you're having. And you can take it another step and say, well, how much of your context window have you used so far? And ChatGPT is able to give me the answer. So far, we've used 150 tokens. So if you do find that ChatGPT is starting to give you weird answers, it's worth asking how much of your context window have we used and how much is left. ChatGPT has this information, so it will be able to tell you if it's run out of memory, but it will only tell you if you ask it directly. Hopefully in the future they're going to make this more obvious, because right now it's a serious limitation and it causes a lot of problems, even for people who are quite advanced users who forget that the memory is filled up.